Quarter Scale Grave Digger, Part 25. I know what you're saying. Where the heck have you been? Been almost 2 years. Well, what can I say? Yeah, I've been busy doing other stuff, other hobbies. Some people ask if I've lost interest in the project. I haven't lost it. Maybe misplaced it for a while, but I haven't lost it. So now I'm back. And since the truck has been sitting around for a while, I thought I'd show you what I have to do to replace the radiator fluid, the cooling fluid. Of course, I drain it. I've already drained it. So now I've got to set the truck like this, because with it empty, I want the water to flow down each water tank, and then it comes up to the other side through that pipe there, and then comes up to the front of the engine, and then comes up through the upper outlet, and then it flows into my overflow tank there. So I've got a funnel that I stick into the tank with the inlet on the top side of the tank, and then just slowly pour a gallon of water, 50-50 mix with antifreeze and water, till it overflows, and then I know I got it filled up with hopefully very few air bubbles. Now, something else that's happened from sitting around for a while is the battery pack for the starter and ignition. This is a 3-cell LiPo, and I don't know how well you can tell, but look how fat that thing is, and it's soft. It's still putting out 11.8 volts, but I don't know if I should try using that. If the seal were to puncture, I'm sure it would ooze or catch fire or make a mess on the truck, so that's something else that I gotta replace, and those aren't cheap. Something else I wanted to show you is the radio that I'm using. This is a Spektrum DX6, which you might think, oh, 6-channel, or I thought, okay, 6-channel. That's great. You know, I can do a lot of extra stuff with on the truck. Off and on switch, ignition switch, starter switch. Well, it's really 5 channels with 6 servos. The auxiliary servo is for the ailerons on an airplane, if you want a separate servo for the left and right wing. And that's what I'm using for the driver's head, which I think you've seen. Hey Dennis, I know you're used to that position. You want to stay there? Okay, so one channel is for steering, and then I got another channel, of course, for brake, a separate channel. There's the throttle. There's the starter. Hope you can see that. You know, spring loaded on the lever, so I release it and it disengages the starter. Ignition is the other little switch there. And then, of course, the brake over here. So that's using up 5 channels with the 6 plugs, or the 6 servos. And something else I've been working on, some of you have asked about. Yeah, I need to do another video on this too, but this is slowly coming along. Got the shocks mounted. So something else I wanted to point out. If you look at the belt on the blower, it looks a little different. Something I did was to remove the alternator, because monster trucks don't have alternators, and I like the look of the belt going straight down right here. You know, it gives it a cleaner look. And you can see the brackets here that held the alternator. I didn't have the nerve to shave those off, and it's a good thing because the engine builder has come up with an improved fuel pump. If you look at this, here's a pump here, Perry pump, that runs off a vacuum from the distributor. But now what he's come up with is a mechanical pump that he's going to mount, that he's mounted in the back of the alternator, which obviously I don't have yet. But now it's a mechanical pump instead of the vacuum. So now it's supplying more fuel to the carburetors, which a lot of people were saying, oh, it's not, you need to richen it up. Well, you guys were right. However, these carburetors cannot handle the extra fuel because he's modified them when he first was developing the engine. So now with the new pump, I need the new carburetors, which means I'm going to be sending the engine back to get that upgrade. And I knew about this fuel pump some time ago, but with the holidays and so forth, he's been too busy to get time to do what I needed. So instead of filling up the water here, the next step is to take the engine out and then package it up and ship it to him and get that new fuel pump upgrade. And I tell you, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this thing runs with the additional fuel. Something else I wanted to mention, if you want to see another video, or rather another channel, where somebody is putting a Stinger 609 in a quarter scale project, on your YouTube search, type in Stinger 609 drag boat. A guy named, his channel name is RC Crazy, RC space Crazy, but you'll find it when you do that search for Stinger 609 drag boat. He's doing an awesome job building a quarter scale drag boat. I mean, and I think you'll agree when you see it. Tell him RC Wizard sent you. So Dennis, you doing okay? Okay. To be continued.